Yeah, how you doing, Samia? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Busy couple weeks for you.
I know it's been a haul, but we're good. We're all right. It's been, I don't know, how many days have we been on the road now? 8 days, something like that. It's been interesting. I mean, never a dull moment. The Republican convention, the first 3 nights, as you know, were a little bit of fiasco. They had their bumps in the road. And then Donald Trump probably salvaged it with his speech on Thursday night. If you believe the polling, he got a bounce probably in large measure due to his speech on Thursday night in Cleveland. Then we get here, and it's supposed to be harmony and unity, but that has not happened. Obviously, the DNC email leaks have thrown a real wrench in the gears. The Bernie Sanders folks already feeling that the playing field was tilted not in their favor. Then they find out now substantial proof that within the Democratic National Committee, they were putting their thumbs on the scale to deny Bernie Sanders the nomination. That's pretty clear. And so the Sanders folks tonight, when we do the roll call, that will be really interesting, a pivotal moment when we find out, will they sit on their hands and just join in, or will they stand up and say, we object to some of this? And that could happen. We're still hearing rumblings about that, even though Bernie Sanders himself has tried to quell that. He's tried to stop it. I think he understands that fight is over. The ship has sailed. Hillary Clinton's a nominee, and there's nothing that's going to happen here that's going to stop it, I can't imagine. But the Bernie Sanders folks who are still upset about how this played out, we may hear from them tonight, loud and proud. We'll see.
Would you say that the vibe or the environment there feels different today than it did yesterday? I know yesterday, looks like we have an interview.
Yeah, I want to show you this because I'm going to bring you this a little bit at 5. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
You're a delegate from?
From Florida.
Florida's going to be pivotal in this race.
Oh yeah, it's a very important state.
Okay, now I want, as John takes a tight shot of the green hat, this is the Bernie Sanders tax plan, right? This is to tax corporations to try to create some economic equilibrium, right, in our economy?
For Medicare for all citizens of the United States, just like it is in Europe, in the Nordic countries.
Well, okay, so this is really Robin Hood is what this is. This is take from the rich and give to the poor, right? That's why the hat is...
Well, it's to provide social programs for the working class, just to provide better services for them because they are the ones who make the economy run.
You mentioned these other countries when you talked about the tax plan. Is that the direction America should go?
I think it's great for the citizens of Americans. I think having great health care for everyone, it should be a right for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting debate because a lot of people think that that's socialism. That's not what America's about.
I disagree with what your definition of probably socialism is. So can you expand on it?
Well, I think the idea in America is that you're given opportunity and you make what you will of it.
Right. If you're willing to work, you come to America. Everybody's puts in hard work every day. I mean, if you're making $5 an hour or minimum wage $7.25, you should be able to, afford health care.
Right. It's a right in your view.
Obviously, if you work, it's a right.
What about for the people who don't work?
Well, I mean, there's non-working rich and non-working poor. So, I mean, I think they should be entitled to all. They're all citizens.
Hey, tell me about Florida, because I know Bill Clinton, he's going to speak tonight, and we're hearing a lot that Bill Clinton is going to spend a lot of time in Florida. He's trying to bring back the middle-class white male voter that has started to bleed off to Donald Trump. I'm hearing a lot of this kind of discussion. Do you think you're going to see Bill Clinton a lot in Florida?
I don't know. That's up to the campaign. I don't know anything about the Clinton campaign.
How did you become a delegate?
I ran as a district-level delegate, and my constituents voted for me.
And you're a Bernie guy?
Absolutely.
Hey, tell me about tonight. I mean, we keep hearing that there's still this fracture within the party and that the Bernie people are still ticked that the party shafted them, for lack of a better word. What's going to happen tonight?
I mean, there's definitely dissatisfaction with what turned out over the weekend with the emails. I mean, that doesn't represent true democracy, but, we can't submit to Trump. I mean, he has some radical views, but, it's all about humanity. That's where it comes down to.
So in a choice between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, it's pretty simple for you, even though you may not be a big fan of hers.
Well, the good thing is that there's 2 other candidates that you didn't mention there. I mean, there needs to be third-party candidates to provide better checks and balances.
You'd go third party in this election as a Democratic delegate?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that we do need more than just two parties for checks and balances. It'll keep Democratic Party in line and Republican Party in line. I mean, you look at Ted Cruz, he didn't submit to Donald Trump and endorse him.
Do you think you guys are, in a way, the flip side of the coin of Ted Cruz delegates who felt they got shafted?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're going to continue fighting for the environment and everything. I mean, it's never ending battle. It's the same side on both sides. It's just fighting for what we believe in. And as you can see from the elections and in the democratic process, there's an overwhelming support for the ideas that Bernie Sanders ran on.
Okay, one more thing. When the roll call happens tonight, what do you think is going to happen on the floor? Is there going to be a disturbance?
I think you're going to have Bernie Sanders supporters support Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton supporters support Hillary.
Does that mean you can bring this party together by November?
If Hillary evolves on the issues and comes closer to us, then obviously, yes, that's definitely can happen.
Hey, listen, thanks. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Love your state, and good luck.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right, so you heard from this kind of Robin Hood coalition. These are Bernie supporters who wear those hats because they're really pushing for a better distribution of income, a more equitable distribution of income in this country. And you've heard Hillary Clinton talk about it. Bernie Sanders has talked about it, of course. And even Donald Trump has mentioned it from time to time. So this is an issue that Bernie Sanders talked about on that podium last night. He said it is wrong that 0.5% are living so well with indescribable riches, and the rest of the country, especially the middle class, has stagnated and not moved for some 10 years. Now, the interesting thing is, the last 8 years have been in Democrat control, at least from the White House perspective. So how do you sell all these problems and fixing them when President Obama's been there for 8 years and this hasn't been solved? So that's going to be a challenge tonight, and it's a challenge for the Democrats going forward because, as we know, Samia, the electorate is angry. They're restless with the status quo. So how does Hillary Clinton appeal to those people and not appear to be status quo? In other words, we're going to just keep going, an extension of President Obama. That may be the definition of status quo. If you want change, you got to change. So she's fighting that battle. How do you appear to be a change agent when you're really an extension of President Obama's last 8 years? That's a challenge.
Are you around the music lane? It's a little bit difficult to hear you with the music.
One more time, Samia.
Oh, I was just saying, if you could step in an area where there isn't music playing, it'll be easier to hear you.
Okay, I'm having trouble hearing you, Samia. I'm sorry. It's loud down here. We'll let John Netzel take another shot here. This is the floor as we get ready to gavel in, and it'll be a while when they gavel in tonight. But Bill Clinton will be the featured speaker tonight. And again, there's no one better to defend his wife than Bill Clinton. He's still, in this country, very, very popular. And it harkens back to better times in the country, at least economically, during Clinton's 8 years in the White House. So what's been interesting in this entire election is that Hillary Clinton, she's really had to kind of pivot a little bit from Bill Clinton's record and kind of said, look, I'm an extension really of President Obama's last 8 years. So it's an interesting bridge that Bill Clinton will try to build here from what's happened with President Obama back to his terms in the White House in the 90s.
So let's talk about what happens at the convention during the day. It's pretty much just run-throughs and rehearsals. Earlier today, I had taken a live picture and I saw...
Sammy, I'm sorry, you're breaking up. One more time.
Okay, I was just saying... a lot of what happens at the DNC before the big show begins is just a rehearsal of that night's events. Earlier today, we took a live feed from the DNC floor, and I saw actress Elizabeth
Terry
Banks.
Terry, good to see you. How are you?
Great, everything's great.
Good to see you. You excited?
I couldn't be more excited. Tonight we're going to nominate the first female president in the United States of America of a major political party.
Groundbreaking. You're streaming live right now.
And
what would you like to?
Because I get to announce it.
What would you like to say to this party right now? That is, I mean, you've got fissures here, no question about it.
Yeah, listen. I've been in this party. I've held every job you can have in the Democratic Party. This is who we are. They had a hard, tough fought race. I chaired Hillary's campaign in '08. It wasn't easy. It's never easy. But you come together. I think yesterday was a big day, and I think Senator Sanders' speech last night and Michelle Obama and Elizabeth Warren, I think it put it all in context. So now we're on. Now it's all about Donald Trump. Thanks, guys.
Thank
We gotta
you.
go.
Appreciate it. Good to see you.
God, Aaron
Thank you.
Burnett's gonna be mad at me.
Okay. There you get Terry McAuliffe on the floor. So, they all walk through here from time to time, and you just got to step in their line of flight.
Well, John, I don't know if you can hear me, but we do have a question from one of our viewers, Halila, asking, what is the biggest difference in the vibe between the two conventions?
I don't know. I've lost Samia. I don't know if she's still. If we're
John,
still
can you
streaming or
hear
not.
me?
We've lost communication. Take a look up here in the delegation. This is Colorado. This is another purple state. You guys would say a blue state, right? Oh, you're Louisiana. Oh, sorry. I'm seeing the Colorado sign. They're red in Louisiana. That's right. I'm sorry. I missed that. Yeah, Louisiana here, front row and center. Nice seats. You guys have nice seats.
How's it going?
What?
We're volunteers
We're
here.
just volunteers of the DNC.
It's all right. You can speak. It's America.
We're just volunteers of the DNC. We're not actually with the Louisiana delegation.
Oh, you're volunteers with that big bad DNC. You're the guy. Are you the guys behind the emails who denied Bernie Sanders the nomination? What in the world? No, I know better. Okay. You guys, where are you from?
New York City.
New York City. So how do you guys become volunteers for the Democratic National Committee?
You apply. You apply for it online, and you get a chance if you're selected to work here for about a week. Yep.
Okay, you guys, and you go. Where do you go to school?
I'm actually not in school anymore, believe it or not.
Okay, now let me ask you. She's mad at me because I'm just fooling around. I'm just having fun. You tell me. I bet you have some student loans, right? Student loan debt.
Not anymore. No.
Good for you. You're out. How about your friend here? Student loan debt?
Yeah, I have some.
You do? Mm-hmm. Okay, so when Bernie Sanders talks about free education for folks, that resonates. That means something to you, right?
I'm actually not supposed to be talking to the press. I'm sorry. We were instructed. I'm sorry.
You were instructed not to? Okay, well, I'm sorry to put you on the spot. We're just having some fun here. We're just fooling around. Okay. All right. They can't speak, I guess. So, all right, we gave it our shot. Sami, are you there?
Hi, John. We are here. If you can hear me, I do have a question from the
Not
viewers.
hearing Samia.
Nope. Looks like he can't hear me at all. So this is.
I'm hearing muted response.